Hello, I'm Brenda Jackson. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I share videos for people interested in teaching English online to get hired and to build a successful business. I've been teaching ESL online for VIPKID for almost 2 years. I was hired in May of 2018 and I have really enjoyed this job. It's very flexible. It pays, I think, pretty good for part-time work from home. I think if you really want to commit to it, you can do it full time and make a good salary too. And so it's just been a real blessing for me, and I've really enjoyed it. I have recently begun to try to coach and help other people to get hired. So if you're thinking about applying and you would like a coach or help through the process, I would be glad to help you. You can reach out to me at heybrendajackson@gmail.com, and I will reach back out to you with some free resources, and then I can answer any of your questions or help you with whatever level of support you need. If you need a lot, I can do that, and if you just need a few questions answered, I'll be glad to do that too. So you just reach out. I will leave my referral code in the description box below, and you can use that when you apply. And then but be sure and reach out with my email, because they will not give me your email from VIPKID, and the only way I can reach out to you is if you email me. So today though, I just want to talk a little bit about the hiring process. And so this is April 2020, and this is the most current information that I know about the hiring process for VIPKID. To start with, let's just talk about qualifications. There are a few qualifications. The very first qualification is that you do have to have a bachelor's degree. It doesn't matter what field it's in. Any field will do. You do not have to have a teaching certificate. It will be helpful if you do, and but it is not required. You do not have to have an ESL certification if you have a teaching degree, but it is helpful. But I do not believe, as long as you have a teaching degree, I don't think you have to have the ESL certification. But they will let you know for sure if you're going through the process. I think it's important though. They are now requiring that, and people who don't have a teaching degree do have to have the TESOL or some kind of certification that shows that they know something about teaching English as a second language. You also have to have 2 years teaching experience. Now that they've gotten stricter, it used to be just 1 year, but now they're requiring 2 years, and so you have to be able to document some kind of teaching experience with children. This teaching experience does not have to be professional experience. It can be any kind of volunteer work, whether it's like summer camp classes, or maybe you've worked with Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, and so you could just be creative and think of all the times that you've worked with children, and you could do that. Maybe you're a music teacher and you've taught piano to students. Any kind of experience that you have like that will, I think, qualify you. So get creative and pull together some experience. Of course, if you've been a brick and mortar teacher or you've taught online before, then this will certainly qualify you to work for VIPKID. Also, you do have to be able to work in Canada or the United States in order to work for them, and you have to have a native English accent as well. So they will be listening to your accent throughout the interview process. But hey, I live in East Texas, and if my accent can pass, I think anybody's can pass. I laugh because I just know there's all these little Chinese kids running around with that Texas drawl over there in China. But as long as you have a good, clear Native American accent, you will be fine. So that's what the qualifications are. Now let's talk about the application process. Of course, it starts by just applying online. And again, if you need a referral coach, I would love to be your coach. And you can use my referral code when you apply. There are lots of referral coaches out there online, so you could pick someone that you enjoy their videos and you know that would fit you well. After you apply online, they will then send you a demo, instructions for a demo lesson. And the demo lesson is usually very simple, but they're giving you now 3 choices to do. The first choice they give you is just a simple smart demo is what they're calling it at this time. And the smart demo is done on a smartphone. And so you just have to basically answer a few questions on a quiz, simple quiz, and then do a very brief introduction of yourself and teach 1 slide. They do, though, even though it's quick and it's easy, you need to make sure you're doing it well. You need to make sure you have a educational background of some kind. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It can be simple. Of course, my classroom did not look like this when I did my original application and all. I didn't want to put a lot of effort into it till I knew I was hired. And so I made it very simple. I even borrowed some posters from one of my teacher friends who was still teaching and put those up behind me. And that was what I used for my background. You also want to be sure you dress professionally. Wear a solid color shirt of some kind. When I got hired, they were still recommending you wear an orange shirt. I know VIPKID says they do not have a dress code, but you need to be professional. No low-cut blouses, no spaghetti straps. You won't get hired if you show up in spaghetti straps, or if you're showing your blouse is too low. For women, you will not get hired. A second option you have is a recorded demo, and this is just a little bit more that you have to do, but it is also an option, and you can do it on your laptop. And just, I think that maybe you teach 2 slides instead of 1 slide, but it's just a little bit more where you do record a little interview or introduction of yourself, and then you teach 2 slides. They also have a live demo, but that is an option where you actually sign up and then you teach to another adult who's pretending to be a student. I think at this time they're not doing those. They're just slammed with applicants right now, and they're probably a little bit still short-staffed, or people may still be working from home in China, and so I'm not sure that they're doing the live demos at this time, but to me, I would do the smart demo on the phone. That was not an option for me. I think mine was a 10-minute demo, and I had to teach multiple slides when I first did it, so it was pretty involved when I did my demo lesson. So it's a lot simpler now. Once you pass the demo phase, you go right on into getting certified. Oh, and let me just say this. Once you pass the demo phase, you cannot fail. When I got hired 2 years ago, you had to pass the mock class stage. You could fail the mock class stage. You could fail. You only got a couple of tries, maybe 3 tries. And then if you didn't pass it then, you had to wait for 6 months before you could apply again to apply. So it's much easier now. Once you pass that demo and you get to the mock classes, you're really just there to determine what level are you going to teach at. And then it becomes a little more involved. You will be teaching like a 10-minute class, and you I believe prepare 2 different classes, and then you will be teaching to a live mentor who is going to grade you as you teach, and then you do have to pass that in order to be certified to actually teach one of the levels. But you can take it as many times as you want. You can, take it many times. And when I first started, I did not They asked me to do a second mock class, which is fine. It was just more practice. And I was glad I got another opportunity to show what I could do. So think of it that way. If you have to do more than one, just say, hey, this is practice and I'm going to get better. Once you pass your mock class, then you move on to the contract where you finalize your contract, you will then submit your information, proof of your bachelor's degree, your background, your education. You'll do all of that, and they will do a background check. And after the background check is cleared, then you will be allowed to upload your profile and your bio onto the system and then open up classes to book. So it's a pretty simple process. I understand it is taking a little longer than usual to get through the process. You were usually getting through in maybe a week to 10 days, but it may be taking a little longer now. And who knows at this point, but just go through the process. And again, if you need some help through the process, I would be glad to help you in any way. I have some other great videos out there that might help you. You might want to watch my 2-part series on tips for passing your interview and demo. And I did have like 10 things that should help you pass your demo, and you can watch that video. And I wish you the best of luck on your journey for teaching English online, and I will see you later. Bye.